Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation. Today we will discuss UX research, but more specifically, how the technical communicator fits into UX research. Johnson, Salvo, and Zotue write that some engineers and designers see UX research as an end of the production cycle affair. From personal experience, when I've had to go back to add or change a standard operating procedure, it not only slows down my documentation schedule, but it puts training to a halt. I believe it's better to find discrepancies sooner rather than later, making the entire process of product development, writing, whatever it is you're doing, a whole lot easier. Continuing to discuss Johnson, Salvo, and Zotue article, User-Centered Technology and Participatory Culture, they take us on an interesting journey that made me think about rhetoric and science as one concept. Rhetoric being the idea, and science being the tools that drive the idea. In terms of usability, science needs to be present in order to ensure things are working properly, and rhetoric needs to be present to ensure things are working properly for its intended audience. Johnson, Salvo, and Zotue nicely explain that usability must consist of two flows, one scientific and replicable, and the other non-scientific research, rhetoric. Some design developers may ask, why is user experience important? If they read the instructions, they can figure it out. It's so simple. Yes, if you created the product and made it so you understand how to use it, then of course it will work for you. But you doesn't include we or us, the majority who will be using said product. Patricia Sullivan, in her article, Beckon Encounter Experience, discusses the importance of user experience research, saying that it enriches our ability to understand users' use and experience, that support users and their needs. It doesn't matter how developers use a product, what matters are the people who will use the product every day. And no matter how simple something may seem, Sullivan reminds us that people, especially when they are learning, act in the darnest ways. In other words, don't assume users know what to do. Robert Johnson, in his article, Audience Involved Toward a Participatory Model of Writing, points out reasons why technical communicators need to be involved in the UX process. His first point is, if technical communicators are involved in the early decisions of interface design, then communicators can more readily affect design decisions. We're able to tackle the problem before it becomes a problem. 2, if we are a part of the development continuum, then we might be perceived as a part of the development team rather than just a scribe who writes up technical information. In other words, we will be treated with more respect and importance. And 3, writers can effectively implement audience knowledge into the development process. One of the great things about being a technical communicator is that we are not always knowledgeable on the subject, so we ask the questions users want to know. Similarly, Patricia Sullivan and James E. Porter, in their article titled On Theory, Practice, and Method, discuss the ways theory, method, and practice fit into the workplace. While there are many theories about the way this happens, the problem-driven research theory is what I believe connects technical communicators to the UX field. The concept says that you start with an idea or a theory. You decide that the method you want to use to prove if this theory is true, and then you practice this method. By the end of the research study, you may have proved that your theory is correct, or produced an entirely new theory. The problem-driven research theory can lead the technical communicator through the process of product development. The technical communicator will understand how users use the product, create a usability test with a list of tasks the users must complete, watch them complete the tasks, and by the end of the test, know whether that product works the way it should, or go back to developers with a list of issues that were found. All in all, technical communicators need to be present during UX research and usability testing because technical communicators provide the rhetorical aspect to product development that it desperately needs. Technical communicators also remind developers that the product is for the user, not for themselves. They are an important aspect to the development process and can help developers find the loopholes and discrepancies in a product. Technical communicators are essential to the UX research field as they provide a user-centered view, something that is necessary when creating products for the user. Thanks for watching.